And welcome back. John Schaefer joins us now for this week's Dollars and Cents segment, sponsored by the Resource Center. Good to see you again, John.
Good to see you too.
We're going to talk about one of the most favorite modes of transportation in the Ozarks right now, possibly the world. One of the most.
At least for the season, anyway, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Going to talk about boats.
Boats, yes.
Okay, boats disappear sometimes.
Correct. Sometimes they just get missing, and so
walk away.
So a couple things. I'll tell you one story, and I've seen this on Facebook on the Table Rock Lake group. Seems like people like to steal your boat and then like take it back in the cove and strip it and leave it floating, and the Corps of Engineers will find it. You know, so and they also take it from your house. So we're talking about what it means to have the coverages and what coverages to have. So
it's not under my homeowner's policy or anything like that.
Something totally different.
Yeah, not your homeowner's, your RV or your golf cart insurance, but yeah. So boat insurance. So there's a couple ways to insure your boat. One of them is ACV, which is actual cash value. That's going to be like an older boat, and let's say you have a claim or you sink it or it gets stolen.
Right.
They're going to give you the actual cash value at that time. So and we can do replacement costs on newer boats. And we do like an agreed value. So if you bought a boat for 25 grand, we're insured for 25 grand. And if you sink it, you're gonna get 25 grand minus your deductibles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but the value of a boat sometimes, especially if you're saying they swipe it and leave it in a cove somewhere, they've stripped it. The value of a boat is sometimes not just the boat itself though, right?
Correct, right. There's some extras that you can add on there too. And that's why when you first insure your boat, we're gonna have it, if we have a replacement cost, that's what you're going to get for the value of the policy. You're going to get that replacement cost. So now we've got other ways, and we roll into the next slide here. But basically, on the boats, there's some different coverages, like on your electronics. I've seen, and this is shot through the roof when I used to have a fishing boat. But I've seen these graphs. They're like $10,000 for a graph. You can see fish 50 foot out. So we have it and the equipment that you have, your fishing equipment, $100 rods and different reels.
So this is not just things that are attached to the boat, but things that you might have inside.
Right.
Okay.
So we can get extra coverages on those fishing electronics, especially your fishing equipment. You can usually get up to $10,000 on your equipment and accessories. Also, your personal property is covered. That's like your skiing equipment, fishing gear, life jackets, your sunglasses, your coolers. Also, if you have a camera, your cell phone, that's covered on your personal property on your boat.
Right. Now, is this something also because, as many modes of transportation, it devalues over time? Is this something that you need to, keep in touch with your agent or whomever to change your coverage every now and then?
Yeah, I mean, you'd want to make sure, like, if you have a fishing boat and you buy a new graph, you want to let your agent know, like, hey, I bought a new graph.
Yeah.
How much am I covered? Well, you only got $2,000, your $10,000 graph. We need to up the coverages on that.
But this is something that you can help us with and talk us through.
Right.
Because someone like me walking in, okay, I need insurance, but I need a lot of help navigating that.
So that's one thing you want to get with an agent, and just say, hey, this is what I have. And a lot of times I'll have my customer actually send over the details, when they buy a boat, basically your sell sheet that shows you all the added extras.
Yeah.
If they've got a graph, the extra trolling motor, all that extra stuff. Because you want to make sure you're fully covered, because we don't want you to have a claim and not be covered.
Now, I know, when I've bought a car, first thing I'll do is I'll call my agent and say, okay, I got another car, I need to have insurance.
Right.
Is it that simple with a boat? Because I would assume with this kind of investment, you probably want to get it insured pretty quickly.
Right. So boats are not covered at all. So as soon as you buy one, you need to call it before you leave the lot.
Wow.
Because, if something happens, you're pulling it and
falls
it
off
comes
the trailer.
unhooked, goes down through the road somewhere and hits someone else, you're covered for liability, but the boat wouldn't be covered at all.
I see.
So get a hold of your agent like now.
Yeah, now.
Maybe would it be a good idea even before you go, just let them know, hey, I'm going to be purchasing a boat?
Yeah, I get a lot of customers calling me like, hey, I'm looking at this boat to buy. How much is the insurance on it? What are the added extras that you got with it? And then we'll roll into like the details.
A lot of times what people look at is, let's see, it's worth this much. Insurance is this.
It's important.
It's not some expense that's going to, go through the roof or anything.
No. I mean, and boats insurance is pretty fairly cheap. So, I mean, unless you're buying like a $100,000 bass boat or something, which they're out there. So a couple things too is just be aware, when you leave, if you've got it at the boat dock or if you have it at your house, to remove, basically remove your electronics, your fishing equipment. take your skis out, your wakeboards, lock your trailer up. If you have your boat on a lift, you can get like a cable lock to lock the boat to the lift. Don't leave the keys in it.
Don't making it an inviting
Right,
target.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
All right.
and you can install a GPS tracker. Those are fairly common. You get them on Amazon or different places.
All right.
But that way you know exactly
That's helpful.
what it is.
All right. Do you have a question for John? Visit his website, resourcecenterinc.com. Give him a call at 417-882 and 1600?
1800.
1800. 882 1800. Right.